This, everyone, is the logo of a game studio many of us know and love, Valve. This dev team dominated our childhood with a ton of their amazing games, including the Half-Life series, Left 4 Dead series, Counter-Strike series, and most importantly, the Portal series, but specifically Portal 1, the best speedrunning game of our generation.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Before we get too far into today's video, if you're enjoying it so far, make sure you leave a like on it. I speedrun a brand new game every single month, upload all of my PBs, then a super big retrospective video like the one you're currently watching. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And lastly, our next series is going to be one you don't want to miss. For anyone that doesn't know, Portal is a first-person puzzle game with an amazing weapon that shoots 2 different portals and allows you to effectively teleport around the chambers, which are just the missions inside of the game. That one simple mechanic alone created one of the most unique gaming experiences of all time, formed the best puzzle game ever, and one of the best speedrunning games of our generation.
Good work, Boots.
Now that you're aware of how the game works, how important the new weapon is, and how that created the entire Portal universe, let's explain some of the story. The story of Portal takes place in the same universe as the earlier mentioned Half-Life series. In all honesty, the story for Portal is pretty basic. Your playable character, Chell, is a test subject that just woke up at Aperture Laboratories. The robot you hear talking to you in-game is GLaDOS, a big, crazy, murderous robot. As you progress throughout the chambers, GLaDOS is promising you some cake for completing it with the full intentions of killing you instead. Throughout some of the chambers, we will see some writing on the walls, like these in chambers 16, 17, and 18. These are from Doug Ratman, and while we never see him and don't know too much about him, it is later revealed that he is the only other living person at Aperture and is trying to help Chell out. As Chell gets past the typical spot people die,
Welcome to the final test.
GLaDOS gets more irritated and starts chasing her around in the later chambers. The game ends with Chell killing GLaDOS. Now that you're up to date with the basic storyline and basic game mechanics, let's get into my time on Portal. I started my speedrunning Portal journey on June 6, 2022. And after 1 month of runs, getting several PBs, diving deep into the community, and streaming it daily, I think there are a few things that make Portal the best speedrunning game of our generation. Not only is the game fun, unique, and creative, it has one of my favorite things in it, puzzles. While none of the puzzles are too challenging, they're so much fun and offer a ton of different strats to beat them at all skill levels, and that makes every chamber feel familiar, yet special. You're currently watching Chamber 14, one of the fastest chambers in the game. The intended way is grabbing a cube to put on a button to put a ball in its power station, where the speedrun uses portals to entirely skip it. Another great example of the puzzles is here on Chamber 17. The intended way is to use your cube and gun to get the power ball into its station to unlock these large pillars you could walk on. Where, in the speedrun, you could do a couple different things. The hard strat, called Chelino Fling, or the camera stack, which is the easier version, which I became very consistent at.
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
Going back to our first point about the game being fun, everything about it is fun outside of a couple exceptions, which we'll get to later. It's fun learning how to effectively use the portal gun, learning all the new strats as your skill increases, and learning the game's mechanics with the storylines. The speedrunning community is also really great in this game. They made a 40-page long document going over every single chamber with different strats to fit your skill level. They have their own wiki page as well as a ton of YouTube guides. Lastly, the Discord community has over 4,000 members of all skill levels to help you as well. My very first time I ever played the game, casually mind, the world record holder Sid came into my chat and started helping me out and continued to help me my entire time on Portal. Meeting the loving, caring, and honestly helpful Portal community was awesome. The game and its speedrunning community keeps the game alive and thriving all these years later. Another great thing about this game are the memories that I made. Here are some of my personal favorite moments. The first really good one was my first real special PB, my 2534. This is when I first started to understand the game and understand the route. Fuck yeah, dude! Fuck yeah! My next important PB was the 2043, and this one was a little different than a normal one. I was in a special maid outfit stream and I got a pretty sweet PB. Oh, let's go, chat. PV in the main outfit. Let's go, chat. In my Discord, we all started racing each other to fight for the best time. Out of all my friends that were new to the game, I got the first sub 20, and here's my reaction.
Honestly, it's not.
Oh! I fucking sub 20'd! Fuck yeah, dude! The last important PB was my final one for the game, and this is when I knew I was probably never going to play it again, but I was really happy with the progress I made.
What the fuck was that one doing? Why? What the fuck was that one doing? What was that one doing?
Similar to a yin and yang, with all good, there must be some bad, some evil, you know? And let's get into the evil side of Portal. Everything except for 2 situations are great, but these 2 situations have honestly been the deciding factor between me PBing or not. We all know the portal gun is a blessing, but it has a curse. That curse is fucking lights. I'm not kidding. Take a look. The gun that literally bends reality loses to a light fixture on the floor. The second issue is something commonly referred to as drunk cam, where your camera acts crazy and doesn't allow you to control where you're looking. Thankfully, these problems get erased as you get more experience with the game and learn how to do better strats. All in all, looking back at the community, the game itself, and my personal experience with it, Portal, the best speedrunning game of our generation, gets a final rating of 10 out of 10. Hi there, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below. On screen, you're seeing some of my other videos. If you really enjoyed this one, I would recommend checking those ones out as well. Thank you.